You mentioned the blog, and I should have thought of this. Would you be, or is it okay, Mill, if he posts these questions? I mean, all the candidates have now seen them, so he's the last one. So it's not like you're going to give somebody an advantage now. Well, is it okay if he takes these and posts these answers directly on his blog?
His choice.
Do you want to do that?
You know, in the interest of time, if that works for you guys, then I would do that, and I would work on those over the weekend, and you guys could see my response prior to Monday's.
And that would help out because I think it's more visible.
He has the questions, he can answer them here, he can answer them on the blog, it's his choice.
You want to scan those real quickly. If you have any you want to clarify on, go ahead. And after you've done that, if you could, for about 2 minutes, just make a closing statement.
Back on the fire issue, the option 3 seemed to be a great benefit to the city. I know the downside is we're dismantling our fire department. And perhaps that's a good reason to study it for some length of time. And maybe it still needs to be studied some more if that's what we really want. But I know that we sell our police services to the city of Yorba Linda. You know, the city of Yorba Linda gets a great savings from that. I think we've got to balance what do we need service-wise with what do we want to own. And perhaps OCFA provided the better option. I'd have to look more at the history of OCFA. Do they have a good history of maintaining what they say they can do? I hate to be 10 years down the road and then we're stuck with having to reassemble our fire department. But what I gather, though, is that's not the case. They do not have a history like that. And we've severely cut our services in the face of money. And I know that our budget is tight. But to maintain services or get higher services by contracting out would seem like a win-win situation. And like I said, I know the firefighters have pushed heavily for that. And they spent a lot of money on this campaign. I know they have an agenda, but because they have an agenda, it doesn't necessarily mean that's the best. And I haven't received any money from the firefighters union, nor their endorsement. I'm just interested in our own public safety. And now we need to really evaluate the performance of the existing plan.
One quick comment on that is, I've contacted approximately 29 cities in Orange County Fire Authority, I believe. I contacted 22 to 25 of those cities. Not one single city was dissatisfied with Orange County Fire Authority.
If you want, you could do a 2-minute closing.
I know I don't have any political experience, but I think in this day and time that's probably a good thing. I hope to bring a new perspective to the council. I haven't received any special interest funds. My campaign is grassroots and word of mouth. I don't owe my allegiance to anyone that's given a particular donation other than friends and family that have helped out with $100 here, $25 there, just because they want the best for their city also. My experience in business, I think, are attributes that can be used on city council these days. I've lived in the city a long enough time to appreciate the values of the city and what the residents are looking for, and would like to maintain those values. And quite frankly, I just think we deserve better. That's been my campaign slogan, and well, you guys probably haven't heard it because you might not have been part of my grassroots. But if you'll check out my website and the blog, then perhaps we'll spread that word. And that's truly my interest. I'm fortunate where I can give the time. I'm not retired. I still have my business, but have the flexibility in my time to give back to the city. We've raised our kids here. They see other friends move. They don't want to move. We don't want to move either. We just want the best for what we've contributed to, and it's time for me to give a little bit back.
You're not going to law school full-time, are you?
Great, thanks, guys.
If I had a